All right, I'm so excited. Let's add. And I am so excited about it. If you've ever wanted to be a speaker, this is going to be perfect. Molly's here. So, as soon as Molly gets on here, we're going to start talking about what it means to be a speaker together. And I am so excited about it. I don't know if, oh, here we go. Molly, you're here.
Hello. Oh, is my video not on? Hold on. Let's put that on.
No,
All right. There we go.
Molly, we did it.
Did it. I'm like, I have never been live on TikTok, but there's a first for everything.
Me too. You're my first live. I'm so excited.
Fun.
I know. I'm so excited about it. So, everybody, welcome to my friend Molly Trotter Gomez. She is incredible. She is a former news anchor. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Amanda. That's very sweet. So, Molly is a former news anchor. She's an on camera confidence coach. She is one of the co founders of Girl Power Alliance. And you're the director of field development, right? That's like your official title there. Look at that. Nailed it. So, I am so excited because Molly here is going to be teaching in just about, we're like 2 weeks away, a certified speaking program. And so I'm just excited to have her on here to talk about what this program is and why you guys need to come and check it out. So, Molly, if you want to introduce yourself, say hi. I would love to have you here.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, Lemon. That's cool that we're each other's first live here on TikTok. Now I'm gonna have to go live on my profile. I'm like, this is fun. I love going live. So as Lemon mentioned, obviously with all those credentials, just basically, long story short, I love helping women really step into their real, bold, authentic voice. From when I was on the news, I was like, oh, this is a great platform. Wait a second, super depressing. Don't want to stay there. But it was a place of equipping for me because I learned so many skills in that arena. And then getting into digital marketing, network marketing, creating my own consulting company just really has led me to this space now. You know, when we opened Girl Power Alliance, it's a home for women to be equipped in the marketplace, out in the world. How can you use your gifts and really shine that light for the Lord? You know what I mean? So with the Radiant Speaker Academy, I am over the moon because this is like right up my alley. And what was interesting is actually one of our ambassadors, who's also a speaker coach, said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we opened up a certification program for speaking? And we were like, myself and our CEO, Michelle, we were in the car driving back from an event together, and we looked at each other being like, yes, oh my gosh, why didn't we think of that? So to have women really step into using their voice. And what I know is the enemy has had an assault on our voice literally since the dawn of time. He wants to make you feel like you're not worthy and no one's going to listen to you and it doesn't matter. But it truly does. Everybody's voice matters. So this is a place where you can be equipped inside the Radiant Speaker Academy through, we have first our 9-week program. There's 3 trainers, myself, Lisa, Michelle. Michelle's our CEO and founder. Lisa is a world-renowned speaker coach, 60 plus years of experience between the 3 of us. And you're going to learn everything from on camera, short form content to being on stage, longer form content, engaging an audience, really being able to have your message transcend from the stage so people remember it. It's something they're going to be impacted by, have revelations by, they're going to remember it. And we're so excited for that. So that 9-week training is going to be absolutely incredible, jam packed. Then we have an additional piece where there's a certification program. And if you opt into that, you're going to be able to deliver what's called a Kim 10. So through the 9 weeks, we're going to teach you what is a Kim 10, how to put it together. Kim 10 stands for Kingdom Impact Talk in 10 minutes. Basically, it's our version of a TED Talk. So I'm saying to everybody, I'm like, we're pretty much going to be like, Ted who? You know, it's all about Kim over here. So that's going to be so impactful for you to be able to put that together. And then you'll be able to deliver it on stage in front of an audience, have a professional recording, and you're going to be in a safe place because a lot of women are like, I'm scared. By the way, if there's men watching this, men can come in too, because this is something that men and women need. So if you're scared, that's okay. Let's step into this place and let's do it together. So we're really excited for that. And one last piece that I'll add is because the Kim 10 is creating such a buzz right now, we're already projecting for 2024 of having our own Kim 10 speaking event, which is like, you know, what they do for TED Talks, but again, Kingdom. And we're going to be like, Ted who? So I'm so excited for that. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for what's coming.
I'm really excited. I also feel so sick when I talk about it because I don't think I've presented on stage like this since, oh my gosh, 2018. And
Mm.
it's just so different now, right? In a post like COVID world too, trying to like navigate these gigantic events. And it feels good that, big events are back. Can you talk a little bit about what it is that we're actually going to be like? What are we covering in those 9 weeks?
Oh gosh. So each of us have an acronym. I believe it's camera is mine, impact is Lisa's, and stage is Michelle's. So there's a lot when it comes to each and every one of those. So I recommend people going to Lemon can totally send you a link. Go to our website. You can see the details of what that looks like. But mine, I'm really going to be able to cover confidence, clarity, how to really step into, starting messy. Like get in there, start messy, like put yourself out there. How do you build up that confidence and clarity? So it's a lot of mindset, but then getting into action. And then how do you monetize that? How are you able to create an income off using your store and impacting other people? Because people do it all the time. And so that's just a snippet. There's a lot more in that acronym, but just a snippet. And then with Lisa, she's really, gosh, so good when it comes to the tonality, body language, really like the mechanics of it all. She's absolutely incredible. And so her impact acronym really covers a lot of that. And then Michelle Schaefer, she's covering when it comes to being on stage. Like, how are you going to leave them lingering, wanting more, and really having such an impactful presence and presentation on that stage to really engage the audience from the storytelling to the body movements, everything. So it all really like intersects together. And it's just going to be incredible. So those are just little snippets of what you're going to be getting, but there's so much more that's going to be involved in that.
I love this so much because I know that when I applied a few years ago to be a TED Talk speaker, they did not necessarily want me as a Christian to come to their event and have Jesus be at the forefront. And so I feel like we're creating an environment where Christians are actually welcome to share
Yeah.
their message. And I think the other thing is it doesn't have to, like, we're not preaching sermons at the Kingdom Impact Talk, right? So, there's people who do like Molly on camera confidence, and I did a podcast episode with Molly, and she was sharing a lot of biblical truths related to showing up confidently on camera. And so these won't just be come to like church and get a sermon type of talks, which
That's right.
I'm really excited about.
And I actually love that you touched on that because, people probably would think that, right? They'd be like, okay, I'm going to church, listening on this stage. No, like we are people that are of the kingdom. We love Jesus, and this is how he's working in and through our lives. And there's a story that is personal to us that is coming out of it that's going to be able to impact you in some way, right? So that's the key piece of it. So it's like we love the Lord, we love to share, and we know our story is meant to be mentorship to other people, and we're going to speak in and through that lens of faith as our foundation. But yes, it doesn't mean that you're going to be in church like listening to a sermon, but there's going to be, I'm sure, things in there of like, this is how the Lord really impacted my life in a powerful way.
I love this. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. And we're running it, right? We're trying to run it a few times a year, right? But
That's
this is
right.
the pilot program. Like that's, and there's what, over 100 people on the wait list right now, something
I think
crazy like that.
I think it's like 150 at this point, and we still have through the 28th for this first round is the cutoff for you to get started on this, and then tentatively the next one's going to start at the end of July, and so we're still working on those details, but we're going to run it twice, and then the certification piece, if you want to do that, will be at the end of the year, a really big event. So really excited about that, and just so many women just saying yes, even scared. So it's like you don't have to be like, I'm going to be this confident speaker. You get to grow into that, and it takes practice. And I tell people when it comes to my part of the training, I can't wait to show you guys like how many times I've messed up live on television in front of thousands, probably tens of thousands of people, maybe even more than that. I don't know who's on the other side of the camera, and they saw that. So it's like it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to mess up. It's gonna happen. And I've been doing this well over a decade, and I still mess up. And it's like, okay, we just keep moving on. And then it's like just owning that no one's looking for your perfection, but they love seeing the progress and just keep going.
Yes, I love that. One of my favorite stories, Molly, I'm going to tell it, is the time that you were on live TV. You'd never seen the word, what, crocheted
Yep.
in. That's my it's my favorite story ever. And my dear friend Molly, I'm sure there's bloopers out there, but Molly said crocheted on live TV when she was talking about somebody crocheting something as a reporter. And yet here she is, right? We're still showing up live. We're still doing all of the things. And just know that you don't have to be perfect. So here's my other question. Like who should do this? What, like anybody, like who should do this?
First of all, who knows what the word written out crocheted even looks like? I just want to like give myself a little like credit here, because I'm like, I've never seen that word spelt out. So maybe you're not like me. You're like, oh, I know what that was. Or maybe you're like me and go look it up. Like, what would you say? You know what I mean? So that was like, I gave myself some grace there. Like, I would have never gotten that unless I asked. To your question, this is literally for anybody. Anybody who wants to use their voice, anybody who feels like, they just have something that they want to share. Or maybe you're scared. You're listening to this and be like, I'm terrified. I don't know if this is for me. It's probably for you. So really, there's nobody that's excluded from this, because it's like when you compare what we have to other things, there's not a lot of speaker programs out there, but the ones that are out there, for example, Tony Robbins has a program that's $3,000 that really helps with mindset, personal development, not so much speaking, but it's a popular one. John Maxwell has a speaker program that's $6,000 and over 6 months or something like that. Here, you can come in as a VIP member, or you can pay non-retail if you don't want to do the membership piece. And for a fraction of what everybody else is charging, you're coming in here and you're getting so much more to really focus in on you. So this is literally for anybody. It's for anybody, and it's affordable for people to be able to come in and really get that expertise that they need. Because again, you're learning from 3 people who have over 60 plus years of experience. Like if you were to add all that up, this could easily be tens of thousands of dollars.
I love that. Yeah. So that's crazy about these other speaking programs. Like I just talked to somebody the other day who thought that with the certification process and the, on stage training and recording and everything we're doing, thought this was going to be a $15,000 program, and it's not. So Molly, can you explain what it means to like pay for it retail and to help with, or help paying for retail or being a member here?
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to being a VIP member, when you opt into the VIP membership, that is $399 down and then $149 a month ongoing. But what you're getting is we have 3 certification programs: the Radiant Speaker Academy, Radiant Leadership and Life Coaching, and Radiant Leadership Academy. All those, if you were to get it retail, would add up probably over to like $15,000 if you were to get all those retail. Then you have over 200 modules, so dozens of courses that you can opt into anytime, on demand, when you want to plug in, and 3 live calls a month. And each of those calls those people would charge anywhere from minimum $250, $300 an hour on up. And you're getting new people every single time. Some of these people, you have to pay thousands of dollars to see them and hear from them. And this is an interactive call where you can even ask questions. So the VIP membership is absolutely stacked. So that's number one, which most people go down that route. But some people are like, you know what, I don't want the membership. And so in order to do the Radiant Speaker Academy for the non-member pricing, it's $4,500. And then you get the Radiant Speaker Academy, you get to go through the 9-week training, and then you can actually go through the certification piece at the end of the year. So if you do come in as a VIP member, the certification is extra to go through that piece, because you're presenting on a stage. You got to pay for the space. You're getting a professional recording. You got to pay for that. And it's still way more affordable than if you were to get that anywhere else. My husband, being a videographer, if he were to do that for people, he'd be charging them minimally, probably like $2,500, $3,000 just to do that for one person. So it's like there's so much value stacked into this. But yeah, obviously there's options for everybody, and we're excited for people to come in and just get that experience and just saying their best yes for themselves, whether it's a non-member price or VIP. But as the VIP, I will say that you have the opportunity to opt into our ambassador program, where then you can get it paid for by thinking, okay, who else do I know that loves personal professional development or wants to speak? And you could end up getting this paid for, and Lemon can totally help you out with that and show you all those details.
Reach it. I don't think I've paid for my membership since my after 6 weeks. I don't think I've paid for my membership here. And so I basically get to get these certifications that I'm going through for free, which is really exciting to me. Because when I add up everything I've done inside Girl Power Alliance retail, I think between Radiant Leadership and Life Coaching, Radiant Leadership Academy, and now RSA, it's like over 30 grand that I would have spent on these certifications to increase, my skill set as a leader and as a business owner. That's definitely about what I spent getting all of my degrees on each of them, like a year, right? They're like $30,000 a year. They're expensive. And I got to do this I did not spend even a fifth of, or like 1/20th of the price of that to get all these certifications. And I've made money. I've made more money than I've spent doing this. And so it just makes sense to me if you're somebody who wants to step into a kingdom leadership role and wants to deliver a TED Talk where you're actually welcomed and encouraged to share your voice. And I think this is the thing for you.
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Well, I love that you put the math all together too, because it's like some people don't even know what personal professional certifications really even cost. And so they might hear these numbers being like, oh my gosh, but they're expensive. I will tell you, like when I used to coach, I used to charge people anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000. And that was one person to work with me for a certain amount of time. And then, when the Lord really brought this whole membership idea and we're stewarding it right now, he's like, I want to make this so affordable for people so they can really step in, get what they need so they can be off. Because not everybody can afford thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. And so there's options here to get going. And there's a reason why you're watching this live. There's a reason why you're feeling that nudge. Don't crown your circumstances as king, being like, oh, you know what? I just can't do it right now because of this. If he's calling you to it, he's going to provide and he's going to see you through it. And there's a faith builder right there for you. So I love it. And you've been such a great leader here, Lemon. I'm excited to see more of your growth and the women that you're able to impact by helping them get started here. It's just an amazing ripple effect.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Molly. Yeah, this is really exciting because for the price of leadership development, it's basically the same price as eggs these days. And so here you don't have to spend the price of eggs to get leadership development,
Oh, yeah.
which is, I feel like every day oh my gosh, Glenn, my husband's so cute. He said, make sure you share this live with your friends if you guys are watching it. If you know people who could, I know he's the best. He's the best supporter in the world, which is why I'm excited that like men can do this too. And we could raise, and that's something I really love here is like there really is no competition in the kingdom, and we're really about just kingdom growth as a whole. And I think that's what makes this whole thing so special here.
I love it. Yes. I mean, there is no competition. It's like we're not in competition with anybody else. And you might find other things that might be comparable, but it doesn't mean we're in competition because there's something different for everyone. No one has an opportunity like we have. We're pioneering this thing and we've done very well of being able to provide coaching services affordably, plus an opportunity to get it paid for. And everyone's looking for personal professional development. So, with the Radiant Speaker Academy, yes, men can come too. But by the way, men, later this year, we're launching the Real Men Alliance, which you will be able to opt into and have all stuff just for you because we know men need this too. But we're pioneering it with women and I absolutely love it.
I am so grateful. So, Molly, is there anything else you want to leave them with before we go, my friend?
No, I think we covered a lot in like a short amount of time. So I love it. So, comment below RSA if you guys want to get into this, reach out to Lemon. Like now is the time. And so the Radiant Speaker Academy first round, the last day to get signed up for that is the 28th of February. So that is this coming Tuesday. And then we rock and roll start March 7th. So we are really, really excited for that. So join us, say yes. Don't listen to your circumstances. You're here watching this for a reason. And Glenn, thank you for all your support. I love you. And I love that Lemon loves you. And I love that you guys are just a power team together. You guys are awesome. I love you guys.
Thanks, Molly. And thank you so much for being here. Just love and appreciate you. And I cannot wait to help you guys get started and see you speaking on stages because the enemy doesn't like it when we do that. And so I want to be surrounded by a bunch of hell shakers. I want people when you wake up, Satan's a little bit nervous because of what you're about to do for the kingdom. And so if that's you, then come in RSA, come check out my profile because I've got all the things for you. And I just can't wait to see you get started. So thanks again for being here, Molly.
Of course. Bye, everyone.
Bye.